Hi everyone. Welcome to the World Tapping Circle. I am so glad that you're here with us. I am so glad to be here with you. We've got a beautiful circle that we're going to do together for the benefit of everyone involved. So thank you for taking time to open your heart, clear your mind, and do the work. I love you and respect you for that. I'm going to look here in the chat and see who's joining us live. We are going to put this one out on YouTube for free, so I won't get to say hi to every single person that gets to see it in person, but I'm saying hi to you now. Okay. So if you're here with us live, do chime in and say hello. And let us know where you're logging in from so that we can see the size and the shape of this beautiful circle. Well, hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Ixie. Hi Purple Dragon. I love all y'all's funny names. Tina's there in San Francisco with us. I'm here in Austin, Texas. As you know, my name is Sophia, and you are here with Magnus and I, who is also a full-fledged member of the World Tapping Circle in that he leads these beautiful circles. And when you go into the video library, you're going to get a treat. He just did a tap on pleasure, which I hope you all get to do if you haven't done it. Hi, Shredder in Oakland, and Sierra in Asheville, North Carolina, Melissa in Long Beach, California, Josie in Venice, California, Golden Dragon in Portland, Celeste in Chico. Happy days, everyone. So this is going to be a special edition of the World Tapping Circle. We are going to put this one out on YouTube, so you can feel free to share the link with everyone that could benefit from this. Normally in the Tapping Circle, we focus on a priority in our own lives, something that's not working well, something that we're triggered by or struggling with. And I want to do a tap with this group today on bringing our world back home. And what that means to me is that we are creating justice and success for our planet and her people. And this is our priority right now. But we are aligning our hearts, we are aligning our minds, we are aligning our spirits, and we're moving all of our fear and pain about the world out of the way so that we can create paradise on this planet together. So I know you may have had some other idea about what you wanted to tap on tonight. I assure you we're going to do a pre-tap and loosen up all that stuff. And I'm going to ask you to step into your power, holding your field, holding your gorgeous heart, and aligning yourself as one of the citizens of this world to do your part in raising the roof and opening up the field of possibilities so that we can create what we want to be living in at this time in the world. There's some very powerful things happening, and we're shifting. So I'm calling you into service on behalf of humanity. All right, angels. So if you haven't tapped with us before, what we're doing is something called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's a very powerful process to clean up the subconscious, to clear out blockages, fears, feelings, and problems, and to positively reprogram and reset your nervous system so that you can move in the way that you were intended to move. It is a meridian-based self-healing therapy. We're going to tap on the different points of our body. I'm going to tell you where to tap and show you where to tap. I'll give you words, call and response. You repeat the words. You keep breathing. I'm going to warn you, it is a powerful technique. So you might be feeling some electricity crackling through your body. You might feel tingles. You might feel tears. You might feel yawns and burps. You might feel laughter. You're just going to let it move, okay? So what we're doing is opening up our bodies, opening up our souls so that we can download the energy that we are actually meant to be running on and bring love into the field and peace and healing and well-being. So thank you for being such a powerful part of the process. So I'm going to do a little pre-tap with you just to kind of warm up. And if you have any needs, put it in the chat and Magnus will try to answer your questions for you. And here we go. Massaging the front of the chest. So see if you can find a sore spot in the front of the chest, in the upper pectoral region. Give it a light rub. And this is going to open up the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. And give yourself a deep cleansing breath. Repeating after me and remembering that you can edit and change the words as needed to more ideally suit you. Here we go. Even though there's a part of me that's afraid right now. Just tune into whatever's worrying you. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the eyebrows. This part of me that's afraid. Tapping the temples. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the cheeks. Even if I'm afraid. Big deep breath. Tapping under the nose. I deeply and completely respect myself. Tapping under the lips. Even if I have fear. And tapping the chest. I give myself permission to gently process whatever's coming up for me right now. Good. Tapping down to the front of the rib cage right here. I give myself permission to gently process whatever's coming up for me right now. Tapping the side of the ribs, big, deep breath. I'm just tuning in again to whatever you're concerned about. I'm tapping the inside of the wrist. I accept the part of me that feels anxious. I'm tapping the side of the thumb. Part of me's not been able to stay present. Part of me feels anxious. Tap the index finger, big deep breath. This anxiety. Tapping the middle finger, this anxiety. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. I accept the part of me that feels anxious and hasn't been able to stay present. Tapping the little finger. I'm open to loving and accepting myself exactly as I am. Tapping the side of the hand, even if a part of me checked out, can't stay present, doesn't want to be here. Tapping the top of the head and breathing. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. I love and respect myself, even if part of me stays anxious and afraid. Tap the eyebrows, triggered and scared. Tapping the temples. This fear in my body. Tapping the cheeks. It's hard to stay present when there's so much trauma in the field. Tapping under the nose. So what do I mean by trauma in the field? Tapping under the lips. What I mean by that is people suffering, people freaking out, things collapsing, things breaking. Tapping the chest. I give myself the possibility of stabilizing myself even though things feel chaotic and overwhelming. Tapping the front of the ribs. I accept the part of me that has a really hard time with all of this. Tapping the side of the ribs. I accept the part of me that doesn't know how to stay present for it. Big deep breath. We're tapping right here on the side of the rib cage, okay? You can do it like this as well. Big deep breath. I accept the part of me that does not know how to stay present with this. Tapping the inside of the wrist. Big noisy breath. Tapping the side of the thumb. I deeply and completely forgive myself. How could I have learned to stay present? Tapping the index finger. Who could have taught me how to stay present? Was your mom present with her pain? Did she know how to process? Probably not. Maybe not as much as you need to. Tap the middle finger. Was your dad present with his feelings, his fears? Probably not. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. I give myself the possibility of processing the reality I'm in way better than my parents were able to. Big deep breath. Tapping the little finger. I'm giving myself permission to stabilize and ground. Tapping the side of the hand, giving myself permission to come back home to myself. Tapping the top of the head. I deeply and completely respect myself. Even if a part of me feels really stressed. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. Tuning into that stress inside your world right now. Eyebrows, this stress. Tapping the temples. Big deep breath. I'm giving myself permission to release this stress that's coming in from the outside world. Tapping the cheeks. There's so much pain and chaos. Tapping under the nose. And I'm affected. I can feel it. Tapping under the lips. Big deep breath. Sending compassion to the source of that chaos. Compassion to the source of that fear. Compassion to that source of that pain. I forgive you for existing. I forgive you for being in the field. I forgive you for wanting to take control of this world and make it a crazy place. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm bringing love into the field. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm bringing compassionate presence into the field. There you go. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm giving myself permission to be alive right now. My love is needed. Tap the side of the thumb. My presence is needed. Big deep breath. Tap the index finger. My heart is needed. Tap the middle finger. My kindness is needed. So just tapping the chest. Think about this for a second. So if any of you have ever been camping and there was a big rainstorm or in any kind of disaster, have you noticed that people tend to share what they have? They tend to actually bring out their best selves when stuff hits the fan. So if the electricity went out, usually, we would go outside and be like, hey, how's everyone doing? And what's happening? And We would work together in our communities, right? Might even go door to door if the electricity was out for more than a few hours or a few days and say, hey, do you have food? Do you need food? I've seen this over and over again in all kinds of disaster scenarios. And right now, the world is kind of shaking, yeah? So it's actually going to bring out the best in us as we continue to process this fear and the uneasiness of it. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm open to the possibility that even though times are hard right now, tap the side of the ribs and things are changing. Tap the inside of the wrist, that it's actually going to bring out the best in us. Tap the side of the thumb. That is actually going to bring out the best in many, many people, including me. Tap the index finger. I'm giving myself permission to be a part of the solution. And tapping the middle finger. I forgive myself for separating myself. And tapping the bottom of the fourth finger of losing track. Tap the little finger. Isolating myself in order to protect myself. Tap the side of the hand. I give myself permission to feel at ease, to hold the center, to create a safe space. Tap the top of the head. I'm creating a safe space in this world for myself. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. Tapping the eyebrows and breathing. Tapping the temples. I'm creating a safe space in this world for my family. Tapping the cheeks. I'm creating a safe space in my world. Tapping into the nose for my friends. Tapping under the lips. I'm creating a safe space in this world for love. Tapping the chest. Big, deep breath. This is my world, and I'm creating it the way I desire it to be. Tap the front of the ribs. I desire people to share resources. Tapping the side of the ribs for people to share time. Tap the inside of the wrist for people to share presence. And tapping the side of the thumb for people to share money. Tap the index finger and breathe. Tap the middle finger. I'm giving myself permission to create a world of prosperity and peace. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. It's safe for me to hold this loving vibration. And tap the bottom of the little finger, the inside edge of the little finger. I'm creating a world of prosperity and peace. Big deep breath. Tapping the side of the hand. It's safe for me to come back to life, to feel calm and stable. Tapping the top of the head. Big deep breath. Just notice how you're feeling in your body. I definitely feel better than we did at the beginning. How are you feeling? Let's pause right here for a second and just check in with yourself. If you're live with us, put it in the chat. How are you feeling now that we've been tapping? And if you're watching this on replay or on YouTube, just take inventory for a second. Notice, do you feel more present? Do you feel more alive? For those of you who are new to tapping, sometimes you feel really sleepy at first, like you're swimming through peanut butter. You're processing all of this stuff out of your nervous system. Jeannie says, so much calmer. Cedar says, a sense of peace and calming. Trish says, I'm arriving. Shredder says, excited and amazed. Melissa says, pretty calm. Smile. Good. See, it doesn't take long to reset your nervous system. Mark says, connected, present, yawning, happy. Good. Maria says, I'm narrowing down on my focus for today's tap. A little more relaxed. Josie, more calm. Great. Tina says, feeling lighter at the same time feeling guilty. Not sure I would be the one to knock on the neighbor's door. Well, now you know that that's a possibility, Tina. It takes courage. Denise, freeing up from isolating place I've been in, lots of yawning and feeling connected and better. Good. Okay, everybody, here we go. Even though the world is shaking right now, and just tune in. Whatever that means to you, your world, your personal world, your community, your political world, your financial world, the world itself, the ecosystem, we're just going to hang out with love. And tune in to what most jumps out in your world to you, because that's your key. Tapping the eyebrows. This world is shaking. Tap the temples. Ah, everybody makes some noise. Ah! It's shaking. Let yourself process it. Because if you try to resist it, it'll break you. But if you can process it, you can move with it, right? Big, deep breath, like the trees bend in the wind, but they don't break because they can bend. Tapping the cheeks. I'm giving myself the ability to bend and sway and move with my roots intact. Bend and sway and move with my roots intact. Tapping under the nose and breathing. Tapping under the lips. I love and respect myself. I'm open to loving and respecting myself. I'm learning to love and respect myself. Tapping the chest. And breathing. I'm allowing myself to ground, to center, and to connect. Tapping the front of the ribs. I accept that the world is shaking and changing. Tapping the side of the ribs. I accept that the world is shaking and changing. Tapping the inside of the wrist. It's hard to accept that the world is shaking and changing. Tapping the side of the thumb and breathing. I accept a part of me that wants to run and hide. Wake me when it's over. Tapping the index finger. This part of me that wants to run and hide. Tapping the middle finger. I give myself permission to be afraid, to want to run, to need to hide. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I release the stress of resisting this change. Tap the little finger. I release the stress and the friction from resisting all this change. Big, deep breath and relaxing as you're breathing. Releasing the friction inside you. Feel like having friction during a storm. Well, you can resist it, but it needs to move. This great cleansing, this great movement is moving, right? Tap the side of the hand. I'm allowing myself to move the movement with my great love, with my gentle heart, with my sincere presence. Tapping the top of the head. my great love, my sincere presence, my gentle heart. Tapping all over the head and breathing. Tapping the eyebrows. I love and respect myself. Tapping the temples. This is my world. I'm creating it with my attention, my compassion, and my attention, and my compassion. Tapping the cheeks and breathing. I have compassion. Tapping under the lips. And I'm angry. Let's tune into that for a second. This is where you get to cuss as much as you want. Feel free to yogically cuss. Tapping the chest. I'm how angry? But very angry. I'm very, very angry. Very, very angry. Tuning in and seeing what it is that you're pissed about. Is it rights? Is it restrictions? Is it laws? Is it finances? Is it pollution? Is it how long things are taking? Maybe all of the above. Tapping down to the bottom of the rib cage again. Part of me is angry. Tapping the side of the ribs. Oh, I'm angry. Describe for 10 seconds how freaking angry you actually are as you're tapping and breathing. Tell me all about it. Tapping the inside of the wrist. Say it again. Big deep breath. Let yourself feel it for a second as you're tapping and breathing. This anger. Tapping the side of the thumb. Releasing this anger from my being. Big breath. Allowing yourself to release that anger through your breath, through your body, through the field. Tapping the index finger. I accept the part of me that feels angry, furious, enraged. Tap the middle finger. I accept the part of me that doesn't want to feel these feelings, that wants to numb out, check out, crumble down, disappear. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. Big, noisy breath. This remaining anger. Tap the little finger. I'm releasing it from my body. Tapping the side of the hand from my mind. And from my heart. Tapping the top of the head. I'm doing this so I can function, flow, stay healthy, and be useful. Big breath. I'm doing this so I can function, flow, and stay useful. Big breath. And tapping the eyebrows. It's okay to be angry. Tap the temples. This anger wants action. Tap the cheeks. This anger says it's time. Tapping under the nose. This anger is justified. Big deep breath. Tapping under the lips. I love and accept myself. Even if I stay pissed off and upset the rest of my life about how things are going in my world. Tapping the chest. I'm creating justice and success. I'm creating justice and success for myself, my people, my planet. Tapping the front of the ribs. Creating justice and success for myself, for my people, and for my planet. Big deep breath. Tapping the side of the thumb. It's natural for me to do this. Tap the index finger. I'm ready to do this. Tap the middle finger. I was born to do this. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I love and forgive myself for any part of me that's still holding back. Tapping the little finger, any part of me that doesn't feel safe yet. Tap this side of the hand, any part of me that doesn't feel ready to see my world change. Tapping the top of the head. I'm releasing this feeling of helplessness. I'm helping myself. Saving my own life. Tapping the side of the head and the back of the head. I'm helping myself. Tapping the eyebrows. I'm helping myself and saving my own life. Tapping the temples. Big deep breath. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible that I'm ready enough. Tapping under the nose. That I'm stable enough. Tapping under the lips. I'm using my internal resources. My ability to ground. To meditate. Tap the chest to stretch my body. To hold my heart open. Tapping the front of the ribs no matter what I'm seeing. Tapping the side of the ribs and breathing no matter what I'm hearing. I have help and support. And I'm not alone. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm not alone. Big deep breath. I want you to know that we're going to be here for you. We're going to keep broadcasting. This circle is going to keep moving and growing. And you're not alone. Nobody has to do this alone. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm allowing myself to stay connected to love itself. Tapping the index finger. Big deep breath. I'm allowing myself to stay connected to the power of love itself. Tapping the middle finger. Stabilizing myself, my home, my presence. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger as things shift and change around me. Tapping the little finger. I'm giving myself permission to move gracefully through this process. Tap the side of the hand gently through this process. Tapping the top of the head. I love and accept myself. Even if it all feels so new. Even if it all feels so new. And tapping all over your skull. Good job, everybody. Tapping the eyebrows. It's safe for me. Tapping the temples. To process. To grow. to evolve even now. Tapping the cheeks. I'm creating peace on this planet. Tapping into the nose. Peace radiating from me. Tapping into the lips. Peace radiating from my town. Tapping the chest. Peace radiating from my planet. Calling all of the support in the universe to come help us grow and evolve, to create peace on earth. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm allowing this to be clean and clear now. Tapping the side of the ribs. We are rising up, moving forward with love for ourselves and each other. Tapping the inside of the wrist. We are rising up and moving forward. Big, deep breath. Tapping the side of the thumb. Claiming this planet for peace. Tapping the index finger. Claiming these hearts for peace. Tap the middle finger. Claiming the power of love. We're going to have another little check-in. So just holding your heart, giving yourself a few deep breaths. I know this is a really intense one, but hey, these are the moments that this is needed, right? So check in and see how you're doing. Notice how your body's feeling. Keep breathing deeply. If you're live with us, put it in the chat. Notice how you're feeling. Let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can put it in the comments below. I see someone saying, unlocking old anger, feeling smoother, letting go of stress. Someone saying, I feel tired. Yeah, understood. Someone else saying, I can do this. Someone else saying, thank you. Good. Massaging the front of the chest. Let's go again. What would you like to create in this part of your world? What are you creating for yourself? Are you creating rest and recovery time? Are you creating alignment? Are you creating release? Shedding and changing and growing? Are you creating safety and security? Tapping the eyebrows. I'm giving myself permission to create. What are 2 or 3 words that you want to create right now? And say it out loud, nice and clear. I'm creating. I'm tapping the temples. I'm creating stability and what else? Tapping the cheeks, repeat it again. I'm creating. Tapping into the nose. This is to benefit myself. Tapping under the lips. And those who love me. Tapping the chest and breathing. This is to benefit my family, those I love, and those who are coming after me. Benefiting myself, my family, those I love, and those who are coming after me. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm claiming, let's say that again. I'm claiming this section of the universe 4. Now you say what you're claiming yourself for. Tapping the side of the ribs. Say it again. Say it like you mean it. Ready? Big deep breath, tapping the side of the rib cage. I'm claiming my section of the universe for what? Yes. Good job. Tapping the inside of the wrist. This is for myself, my planet, and my people. Tap the side of the thumb. This is for home. We are rebirthing this earth. Tapping the index finger. We are rebirthing humanity. Tapping the middle finger. It's okay if it feels like a struggle for a minute. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger. Help is at hand. I give myself the ability to receive the help. Tap the little finger. The love. Tap the side of the hand. The financial support. Tapping the top of the head. And the wisdom that I need. Tapping the side of the head and the back of the head. I give myself the ability to help move this movement forward. Tapping the eyebrows in whatever way is my way. Tapping the temples. Tuning into one way that you could bring more kindness, more creativity, more compassion, more support, more power, more grace into your section of the universe where your body lives. That's your section of the universe. How can you do that? Is it something you make with your hands? Tapping into the nose, is it something you make with your voice? Tapping under the lips, is it something that you make with your heart? Tapping the chest, is it something that you make in the kitchen? Tapping the front of the ribs, I'm making this with my love. Tapping the side of the ribs, I'm making this with my strong, healthy body. Tapping the inside of the wrist, I'm making this with my heart. Tap the side of the thumb, I'm giving myself ease and grace during this transition. Tapping the index finger, instead of hiding, I'm helping. Tap the middle finger, instead of hiding, I'm helping. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger, big deep breath. Giving myself the ability to tune in and to feel how I can be of use. Tap the little finger to tune in and feel how I can be of service. Tapping the side of the hand. Allowing myself to feel inspired instead of tired. Allowing myself to feel inspired instead of tired. Oh yeah. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. I give myself permission to feel tired if I need to. Tap the eyebrows. And it's possible, tapping the temples, to feel inspired instead of tired or wired. Tapping the cheeks and breathing. Tapping into the nose. Giving myself permission to elevate my vibe. Tapping the chest. Tapping with my tribe. Tapping the front of the ribs. Elevating my vibe. Tapping with my tribe. Tapping the side of the ribs. How else can you elevate your vibe? I know that I went to dance. If you haven't been to your local ecstatic dance, you should check it out. It's a really fun way to get some exercise and move the body and breathe and be seen and be witnessed, opening and growing and shaking it loose. Tap the inside of the wrist, giving myself permission to stretch, to do yoga, to meditate, to listen to uplifting things. Tap the side of the thumb. To put on some positive music. Tapping the index finger to stay hydrated. Tap the middle finger to get the rest I need. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I'm learning to take care of myself. Tap the little finger. I love and respect myself. Tap the side of the hand, learning to nourish myself so I can nourish this world. I matter. We all matter. This world matters. Tapping the top of the head. I matter. Tapping the eyebrows. We all matter. Tapping the temples. This world matters. Tapping the cheeks. I allow myself to recover and regroup. Tapping under the nose. Big deep breath. Tapping under the lips to recover and regroup. Tapping the chest. To align. To relax. And to steady myself. We're going to have a little check-in again. Notice how you're feeling. If you're here live with me, put it in the chat so I can read some of your comments. If not, you're going to put it down in the video on YouTube. Some of you may want to know where you can do more of this. We do this every week, and you have an endless video library at worldtappingcircle.com. Come tap with us. Trish says lighter. Jen says love and joy and peace and beauty and ease. Somebody says more relaxed and uplifted. You are in charge of how you carry your mind and how you carry your being and how you serve your world, how you operate. You do not have to be enslaved by the past any longer. You do not have to be enslaved by this imaginary future that somebody painted for us. It's ridiculous. We're holding a new future for ourselves, and we're bringing it into our bodies, releasing the past, no matter how serious it's been, releasing it with our infinite mercy and our fiery grace. Maria says, I feel like I went to a 7 to a 3. That's good. I'm glad you're moving through this stuff. Mark says, I feel energy moving through my body. Cedar says, I feel mixed. Is it really going to be different this time? Beautiful. Let's tap on that, Cedar. Here we go. It's hard for me to imagine that it's really going to be different. Big, deep breath. Ready? We're going to move that mountain. And you're not alone, Cedar. It's for all of us. Thank you for bringing up the doubt. Tapping the eyebrows. Part of me doubts that it can really change. Tap the temples. This doubt. I want you to all tune into how much you doubt that this world can really change, because it's been the same way for so long. Tapping the cheeks. This doubt. Big breath. This heavy old doubt. Tapping into the nose. Don't want to be disappointed. Tapping into the lips. Don't want to be disappointed. Tapping the chest. Giving myself permission to process things if I'm disappointed. Disappointed with myself, disappointed with others, disappointed with what's supposed to be happening. I'll process it. Tap the front of the ribs. Releasing my fear of being disappointed. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm allowing myself to be pleasantly surprised. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to be pleasantly surprised, even though I've waited so long for this change. I'm tapping the side of the thumb. I forgive myself for feeling hesitant. It's understandable why I feel hesitant to believe that things could be different in this part of my world. Tapping the index finger, giving myself patience and permission to hold the vision and to move step by step into it. Tap the middle finger. What would it look like for this vision of yours to come true? So let's describe it, whether it's a personal part of your world or it's the world. Take 30 seconds. I want you just to say all the details, what it would look like. Peace, prosperity, freedom. Keep talking. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. Tap the little finger. And how would it feel in your body to have this going on? Ah, feels relaxing. Feels exciting. It feels like a miracle. Tap the side of the hand. It's inspiring. Tapping the top of the head. I love and respect myself. And I'm giving myself permission to open myself to these beautiful possibilities. I'm creating reality in my world. And the reality I'm creating is, and describe it, it's peace and prosperity for all. Kindness and compassion. Wisdom and justice. Liberation and freedom. Health and beauty. Goodness and mercy. I love you. I'm here with you. We're here together, and we're doing this. This is our world. These are our people, and this is our planet. You are a creator being, and you came here at this moment to chime in, to step it up, to bring it home, to nurture it, to help it develop, to bless it, to celebrate it, and to enjoy it. Thank you for joining us in this special edition of the World Tapping Circle. As I said, we do this every week, and there's a video library that has hundreds of these videos, mostly on personal ideas, personal issues, money, sexuality, relationships, all of those things. But this is a special global edition of the World Tapping Circle because times are changing. And it's so exciting what's happening. And we need you. So, I will see you in the circle, friends. And for those of you who are new, come join us, worldtappingcircle.com. You can tap with us for a whole month for $1. It's a good deal. I'm going to read the last few comments and then we're going to sign off. Susan says, beautiful. Jean says, I love you, Sonya. Thank you so much. You're welcome. K-Tune, Melissa, Maria, Purple Dragon, Celeste, Samadhi, Denise, all of you, thank you for joining me. You give me a reason to be here. See you in the circle.